Have you been trying to start over again and you feel like your brain just cannot keep up, or maybe you can notice the little shifts, the difference? Like you're forgetting things, you're losing your train of thought, you might feel mentally foggy. There's actually a reason for it. I have been studying it in my neuroscience, and over the last 30 days, I've been doing a deep dive. There's 3 simple things that we can do to help reset our brain and catch up. And none of them is medication, supplements, or anything complicated. It costs you nothing. Just small things you can do. Your brain already knows how to respond to them. Hey, hi, hello, it's me, Jen. This is my channel all about starting over, rebuilding, going through transition, no matter how old you are. And guess what? It's not just the before and after. It is the messy middle, because let me tell you, anytime you're in transition and you're rebuilding, the in-between is never pretty, and not enough people are talking about it. Recently, I've been taking neuroscience classes, and instead of just learning them, I am living them out in real time. Because let's be honest, a lot of us are trying to start over and rebuild, and our minds may not just be keeping up with our new regimen, our routines, our lifestyles. Whether you're starting a business, wanting to create content, you simply just want to be mentally present. You feel like your brain just can't keep up. Even today, as I was getting ready to make this video, I'm thinking, what am I going to talk about? How am I going to format it? Is my brain going to keep up? How many times am I going to have to record it? And continually showing up. Because there's always that pressure. Am I going to remember the right word? I'm trying to not use a script. Is my brain going to be able to remember exactly what I want to talk about? And then I actually put it into practice today. I closed my eyes and the thought just lined up, and I went for a walk, and there it was. It's clicking, which brings me to my first tip. People ask me all the time, why do you not record your podcast on video and put it on YouTube? You already have a YouTube channel. You're already setting up to record, and it's not because I'm lazy, because I'm already there. I'm already doing it. It's because when I talk, I close my eyes sometimes. When I close my eyes, it removes the visual input so my brain can focus on what I'm trying to say. For me, it allows the words to come from my heart instead of just my head. And neuroscience actually explains why this is. Your brain is processing an enormous amount of visual information every second. And when I remove that, the visual input, my brain has more capacity to think about what I'm trying to remember and forming the language. So, if your brain ever feels overwhelmed or stuck, that would be my first thing to try. Pause, close your eyes, and second, just let your brain catch up. Another question that I get asked often is about walking. Why do you prioritize walking so much? People will say, you're already skinny, just skip today. You don't have to walk every single day. Why do you do it so much? But here is the fun fact. I walk on purpose. Because walking activities, both sides of your brain is being activated, because you're moving your left and your right rhythm with your body moving. That is why movement helps you. Your brain organize. It helps me organize my thoughts, my emotions. I get it all out. I get it processed. It's one of the reasons why you hear people say, I came up with the best idea while I was walking. For me, walking is not about burning calories. It is about cleaning my mind and giving my brain space to think. Now, I have to be for real with you about this one. It's my least favorite. I am not a cold girly. I don't like cold weather. I don't like cold water. I don't like anything. But I do it because it works. And that is if I wake up with a brain fog, which a lot of us are doing in menopause and midlife. If I feel like I'm being mentally slow, like can't get my jump start even after my coffee, I will start my morning with a 5-minute cold shower, as cold as I can tolerate it. I started doing this when I was doing 75 hard the second time. The second time, they began implementing different parts to the challenge, and that's part of it, is a 5-minute shower. So I intentionally started doing it. Cold exposure activities activate the nervous system, increasing our brain function. It's like hitting a reset button automatically. And no, it's not fun, but it works. And all three of these tips and tools are very simple, very easy to do, but none of them might be fun. But we do it anyway. So there it is. I know you thought I was going to give you all this hard, complicated stuff. It's things that we already know that we should be doing that just simply help our brain function. So here's what I really want to know. Have you tried any of these? Closing your eyes, walking, changing your temperature. How important is your mental health really to you? Because these simple tools are available to all of us. All three of them work differently, different times, depending on what your brain needs. Now, I am really curious. Do you have a daily routine? Has anyone ever mentioned these things to you? Because they hadn't for me. And which one sounds the least fun? For me, it was the cold shower, I'm not going to lie. And then I want to know, like, which one really helps you? Or does it make you feel more overwhelmed? Because sometimes I feel overwhelmed with starting over, with just trying to get my new routine in place of anchoring my days, fitting it all in, and that can become overwhelming when I don't just surrender it and try to go through the process and trust the process. That's the big one. Sometimes I just got to trust the process. I don't know. I hope that you will like and subscribe to my channel and let me know what you want to know, what you want to see, what you want to hear from my neuroscience class, because I was talking over on my TikTok yesterday about journaling and why we might not like journaling, but why it's so important for our brains to morn and dump and release at night before we go to sleep. So I want to know what you guys want to know over here. All right. I love y'all. And until next week, just stay sweet out there.
It's me.